Hi everybody, I'm Vince Sellers, former FBI agent. I thank you for tuning in today. I'm here to talk to you about a new show that I'm doing called FBI Talk. I previously have released a few YouTube videos that showed people some basic steps on what it takes to join the FBI and become an FBI agent. I talked through those things and they were very successful in that I couldn't believe how many of you tuned in, watched those things, and asked great questions. I tried to keep up with those questions and answer them to the best of my ability. And I finally got to a point within the last year where I was unable to really keep up with them, and I started noticing that I got many of the same questions. So that's why I'm talking to you today, is to let you know that I'm, instead of answering those questions and typing out the same answer over and over, going to just give you an answer in a nice, succinct, short series of episodes, again titled FBI Talk. So this is the first one. This is the introduction, so welcome. I did want to give a quick disclaimer going forward. Note that I am not an FBI employee. I was only in for a couple of years, so I did successfully navigate the process, became an agent, got some good experience, and decided that was not the way of life for me, so I decided to do other things. But I still enjoy helping people achieve their dreams and join the FBI. It's a free country. Anyone that's really interested in it, I encourage you to do it. Many people love it, and it's a great fit. Some people, they get in and they're not, it's not what they expected, which was my case, and they leave. But nevertheless, I have a great deal of respect for anyone who not only becomes an agent and serves our country, but those of you that try and don't make it. Your odds are never fantastic that you will make it. There's lots of interest in the job. But I have a great deal of respect for those of you that tried to make it in and give it a try. Because in life, that's all you can do, is try to make a difference, do your best. And so I appreciate that. Okay, enough of that. Let's get on to the first topic. So today I'm going to talk to you a bit about studying and preparation for the Phase 1 written exam. I've seen some comments and questions on that over time, including some very recent ones, so I thought, you know what, I'll kick off this little series with that question. So, you know, if you don't like taking tests, you've never been really good at it, maybe you're a bit rusty and haven't taken a standardized test in a few years, try to avoid them. I don't like them either. Unfortunately, it's a necessary evil of getting into the FBI, in particular the Phase 1 exams. So I do have a previous episode that discusses some of the Phase 1 testing, but let me focus again on some advice for studying and preparing for that. So the main takeaway of this is that this FBI exam, at the end of the day, it's another standardized test. It's an intelligence test. It probably measures various things, your IQ. Of course, they want to see how smart you are, if you can figure things out, right? It probably does evaluate your emotional intelligence to some degree. Honestly, I don't really know. I haven't been on the grading end of that. I didn't come up with the exam, but I have taken it and I passed it, so I guess that's worth something, right? So how did I do that? How did I prepare? And how would I recommend you do that? I think the best thing you can possibly do is just practice taking standardized test exams. There's lots of free ones, is the good news. Online, you can Google and find things. My best recommendation is to start with Mensa. That's the organization that allows the top 2% of test takers to join. I'm not part of that club, unfortunately. But they do have some good exams out there that you can try as practice exams that I think are good preparation for the FBI. So you can go to mensa.org, or that's mensa.org, or just Google Mensa, MENSA, practice tests or practice exams, and there's lots of resources out there. I wouldn't encourage you to pay any money for anything. Just go out, take the free tests, and don't worry about how well you do. The main thing is to practice taking tests. Practice. Take a couple of dozen of them if you can. Spend some time. You don't have to do it all in one day or at one time, but I would advise over a period of several weeks, every couple of days, fire up that Google search, find you a Mensa test, sit down, focus for half an hour, practice taking that test. I can almost guarantee you the first time you take it, if you're like me, you'll feel really stupid and you'll think, why am I even bothering to apply to the FBI? I don't know if I can get a job flipping burgers. Maybe I could be an Uber driver. Well, practice again. Before you know it, you'll start seeing some patterns and recognizing that there are some questions that are incredibly difficult. Just skip past it. And then next thing you know, you'll see some, oh, maybe I can spend a couple of minutes and answer this one. So just keep taking these practice ones and you'll get better. Where you can, now after you take a practice exam, again, don't worry how good you do, but do go back, look at the answers, see how you did, see how the tests were constructed, and then you can apply that knowledge the next time you take it. That iterative process, do that a couple of dozen times. I guarantee you, you will probably shoot from, and this is just a total wild ass guess, but 50th percentile up to a 90th percentile if you practice. I firmly believe that. If you just go in blind, haven't had a test in 10 years, you could go in and find yourself panicking, getting stuck on a particular problem, and then you realize the clock's ticking down, and next thing you know, you're out of time, and you hand in your agent's test, and I probably blew it, and you probably did. So, and it's a good lesson for the FBI. You should always be prepared, right? If you're going to arrest someone, you want to plan that in advance, and the FBI actually plans that out in written form. You want to practice arresting people, all that stuff. If you can do that and go through those steps, that will not only help you get into the FBI, but it helps set expectations of what you can expect when you are in the FBI as an agent. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. Again, this is episode 1. I plan to release many more of these. I don't know how frequently, no guarantees, but I'll get to them when I can. And hopefully at least every few weeks. And over time should build up a nice library of knowledge for you guys. So thanks so much for tuning in, and stay safe out there. Thank you.